everybody and welcome to the Flute Practice. I'm very excited. Today we are sitting here with Pam from Wind Wizards and we are going to be talking about the Nuvo flutes. I was not pronouncing those right a moment ago, but that is how you pronounce them, Nuvo flutes. And we're going to start off by just kind of finding out about these instruments a little bit, what they're all about, what their kind of advantages are, disadvantages, and then we are going to play for you guys on them and also compare them with the normal flute. And then at the end, I'm going to just give you guys some of my personal kind of experience with the instrument and why I actually am quite excited about them. So let's go check it out. Okay, so Pam, tell us, what is the deal with these guys? What are they all about?
Thanks, Tatiana. These are cool plastic flutes that are actually imported into South Africa from the UK. They're very lightweight, durable, fairly inexpensive when you compare them to your standard metal flutes, and it's a great option for younger kids who are struggling with the weight of the normal traditional flute, who've got limitations with small hands, and they just broaden the chance for younger children to have a go at learning wind instruments, and beautiful, amazing colours which are obviously appealing to younger kids.
I already had a student ask about the blue. She's like, can I get a blue flute? I was like, yes, you can. Yes, you can. So what would you say are kind of the limitations of the instrument? I mean, for who, we said for younger children, would this instrument be maybe an option for an adult beginner who's maybe wanting to try out the flute for the first time, has never picked up an instrument and wants something affordable?
Definitely. It's definitely an option for all ages. There are some limitations in the upper register of the flute, but beautiful sound you'll hear in the playing just now. Beautiful sound all the way down to the bottom, and really quite an outstanding tone for a plastic instrument. Obviously, if you're heading into more serious music making with the flute, then you might want to get your hands on a nice silver flute. But for people who don't want to spend a lot of money and wanting to give it a go, it's definitely a great option.
Cool. So I think what I do want to just chat a little bit about are the different kind of gimmicks and perks that you get on this instrument. So the wonderful thing about these Nuvo flutes, get that right, are that they come with a lot of different options, which is really great. It makes them very versatile. So let's chat. What are some of the different options that you can get?
First of all, you get a what we call the J flute, which has got a curved head joint.
I wonder if we should quickly just go and get that.
Okay, so this is the head joint, the J flute. So it's curved, and it can fit onto the flutes, and it shortens the reach of the student. So for students whose arms are not so long, it brings them nice and close.
Yeah, put that onto this guy just to show everybody.
Have a look.
Yeah. So you can see. And because I know you guys are probably dying to hear a few notes on this puppy, I'm going to play a little bit on this guy. Okay, I'm not giving away more than that.
So apart from the curved head joint, we've got little rubber pads on the flute where often young students they have a tough time securing their hands in that position, and it gives them a great reference point for the placement of the hands and the fingers, and when you get a bit sweaty and it's hot in the South African summer, you can get a nice firm grip. We also get little extensions that fit onto the keys for little tiny fingers. It reduces the stretch of the fingers, and those are interchangeable on any of the keys. We can also remove the foot joint at the end and pop a little cap onto the end, and that shortens the flute even more and makes it even lighter for littlies.
Yeah. I just want to say these hand position things are so great. I end up putting like stickers and colourful tape on my students' flutes just to get them to feel these positions. So I must say this for me is a really strong kind of teaching advantage because it really helps the kids. The other really cool thing you said that we can do with these is you can wash them.
Exactly. So you can get a little bit dirty. You can wash them with soap and water, but there's something even better. You can actually play in the shower and in the bath.
I was just gonna say that, like we can probably play our flutes in the bath. Like
yes,
we need to sing in the shower.
Yeah, you can definitely play your flute. You can go out into the garden when it's pouring with rain, and you can play your flute without worrying about damaging it. So that's great.
I kind of feel like we all need one of these in our like repertoire of flutes, just for those. Yes. I feel like that's important. That is very cool.
Definitely.
I love that. That's so cool. Alright guys, I hope that you guys could hear the difference between those flutes. Maybe not. I am pleasantly surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised by the sound of these instruments. I mean, considering the fact that they are made of plastic, they actually have a really, really, really beautiful tone. So I think for you that are considering getting one, you know, you're beginning on the flute, maybe you are younger or you have smaller hands or whatever it might be, maybe even for those of you who are recovering from an injury and holding a heavy flute is just not actually in it for you, this could be a really fantastic option. It's very, very light and easy on the hands. So definitely worth a consideration. There are a few limitations, yes. I think the biggest thing for me, the low register struggles a little bit more than usual. I feel like you need a bit more support to play, which can be a good thing because it kind of trains you and trains kids to play with more support, which is great.
And when they do switch to silver flutes, they've got a big, gorgeous, beautiful sound.
Exactly, and that's the thing, is it is a little bit more challenging to get the sound out of the instrument, but I think that's also a really great thing because you're really training children or beginners to really create good sound and good sound production. So I think those can be positives. I'd say perhaps the other thing that I noticed a little bit of was the intonation is a little bit more challenging. To get that right, not, you know, definitely needs to be kind of explored. You work with a tuner, I think you should sort that out. And of course the mechanic and the key work isn't quite as fast as, you know, some of the better flutes. I'd say there's some terrible, you know, beginner flutes. So that would probably be my limitations, but I'm really excited about these instruments. Yeah. I'm going to be getting some of my kids playing on them next year.
The great thing is the examination boards, Trinity in particular, are accepting Nuvo flutes.
Super.
I'm not sure up to which grade yet, but they're definitely for initial and the early grades, they're accepting these as an option, which is good news.
That's really exciting as well. So for those of you who are worried about, you know, whether the kids can play exams, I didn't even think of that. That's a thing. I would say this is a fantastic instrument to start your kids on if you're a teacher, or if you are a beginner and you'd like to start on. I would really recommend it. I'm going to be dropping some links for you guys, both to Pam's website. I'm also going to link you guys to purchase this on Amazon. You guys, it's available there, and also directly to the Nuvo, I really need to get that right, site. So you guys can go check out these really awesome instruments. They are available worldwide, and I think this is an exciting development for us flute players. Until then, everybody, happy practicing. Thank you, Pam.
Thank you very much.
See you next time. I was literally, as you were saying, I was like, oh, I can play the flute.
Yes.